churches.
Thank you, Mr. President. I will be reading the statement of Bishop Felix Berto Calang of the Iglesia Filipina Independiente, whose clergy and leaders have been victims of killing, harassment, and threats. He also the head of the Barug Katungod Mindanao Consortium of Human Rights Defenders and the Initiatives for Peace in Mindanao. I would like to speak about the violation of the rights of Filipino human rights defenders based on my personal experience and that of the other human rights defenders whom I am associated with as chairperson of Karapatan in southern Mindanao during the time of President Arroyo. A billboard listing names of communist fronts with me topping that list had been erected in Tagum City, reportedly by state forces. A list of enemies of the state again included my name and several other human rights defenders. At least 2 in that list had become victims of extrajudicial killings, namely farmers leaders Renato Picaide in 2007 and Celso Pojas in 2008. Of the 1,206 documented cases of extrajudicial killings in the Philippines under Mrs. Arroyo, 375 of these were from Mindanao, the region where I come from. The Barug Katungod Mindanao Consortium had documented cases of harassments, intimidation, surveillance, and filing of falsified criminal charges against at least 44 human rights defenders in the region from October 2009 to October 2010. We are worried because these incidents are continuing. Mr. President, the attacks on human rights defenders, especially in Mindanao, take various forms and present dire ramifications on the general human rights situation. Human rights defenders are subjected to systematic vilification campaign, as in the case of lawyer Carlos Isagani Zarate of the Union of People's Lawyers in Mindanao and the National Union of People's Lawyers, who, despite a pending petition for writ of amparo before the Philippine Supreme Court, had been publicly accused by the Philippine military last month of loyaling for a local armed commander of the New People's Army in Davao City. Mr. President, we appeal to the Human Rights Council to monitor these outstanding cases of attacks and killings of human rights defenders in the Philippines. We call for the international monitoring of the prosecution of the accused in Maguindanao massacre and for the international community to urge for the adequate protection of witnesses and for speedy and